The idea of passive income sounds almost magical. You build something once, and money keeps flowing in forever. No daily effort. No constant work. Just income appearing in your account while you sleep, travel, or spend time doing whatever you want. That promise is incredibly attractive. It is the reason the phrase passive income appears everywhere online. Social media feeds are full of people claiming they built systems that generate money automatically. Courses promise financial freedom. Videos show laptops on beaches and dashboards filled with earnings. It creates a powerful image: work once, earn forever. But there is a part of the story that almost nobody talks about. The truth about passive income is far more complicated than the fantasy. And understanding that truth is what separates people who actually build real passive income from those who spend years chasing illusions. The first thing no one tells you is that passive income is almost never passive in the beginning. Every real passive income stream starts with active effort. Before a rental property generates income, someone has to research the market, save money for the purchase, negotiate deals, manage paperwork, and often handle maintenance or tenants. Before a digital product sells automatically, someone has to design it, build it, test it, market it, and improve it based on feedback. Before investments generate meaningful returns, someone has to study financial markets, develop strategies, and consistently invest over long periods of time. The passive part usually comes later, sometimes much later. Many people quit during the early stages because they expected quick results. They believed passive income meant immediate freedom. But in reality, passive income often requires months or even years of preparation before the first real results appear. Another truth that rarely gets mentioned is that passive income is rarely completely passive forever. Even systems that appear automated usually require maintenance. A rental property may need repairs, tenant management, or property taxes handled. An online business may need updates, customer support, or marketing adjustments. Investment portfolios require periodic monitoring and rebalancing. The work may be far less than a full-time job, but it is rarely zero. The difference is that passive income shifts how work happens. Instead of trading hours directly for money every day, you build systems that produce value repeatedly. Those systems may require occasional attention, but they are not dependent on your constant presence. That distinction is incredibly important. Another truth that surprises many people is that passive income often starts very small. Social media often highlights stories of people earning thousands or even millions from passive systems. The early stages look very different. The first online product might earn only a few dollars. The first investment might produce modest returns. The first small business might take time before it becomes profitable. At that stage, the progress can feel discouraging. Many people stop because the income does not look impressive yet. But the individuals who succeed understand something powerful. Passive income grows through layers. Each layer builds on the previous one. The first success provides experience. The second builds confidence. The third begins creating momentum. Multiple income streams begin working together. A small investment portfolio grows while a digital product sells online. Rental income adds another layer. Over time, these layers combine into something powerful. But that process takes patience. Another truth about passive income is that it often requires learning skills that traditional education rarely teaches. Most schools focus on preparing students for employment. They teach valuable knowledge in many subjects, but they rarely teach how to build income systems that operate independently. Skills like marketing, entrepreneurship, investing, digital creation, and financial strategy are often learned outside traditional classrooms. That is why many people struggle when they first try to build passive income streams. They are stepping into areas they were never trained to navigate. But those who commit to learning eventually gain an enormous advantage, because the knowledge required to build passive income is widely available. Books, courses, podcasts, and online communities provide information that once belonged only to experienced investors and entrepreneurs. The challenge is not access to knowledge. The challenge is persistence. Most people explore passive income for a few weeks or months before losing interest. They expect quick breakthroughs and become discouraged when results take time. But those who continue learning and experimenting eventually develop systems that work. There is another truth about passive income that is often misunderstood. Passive income is not only about money, it is about time. Traditional employment ties income directly to hours worked. If someone stops working, income usually stops as well. Passive income changes that relationship. Once a system begins generating income independently, time becomes more flexible. Instead of working continuously to maintain income, people can focus their energy on improving systems, creating new opportunities, or pursuing interests that matter to them. This flexibility is one of the real benefits of passive income, but it is not instant. It grows gradually as systems become more reliable. Another truth that rarely appears in flashy advertisements is that passive income often requires financial discipline. The early profits from a new income stream can be tempting to spend, but those who build lasting passive income usually reinvest those profits instead. Reinvestment accelerates growth. Profits from one investment can be used to create another. Income from one project can fund the development of a new system. Over time, this reinvestment strategy creates compounding effects. Income generates more income, assets create additional assets, and eventually the financial structure becomes much stronger. But reaching that stage requires resisting the temptation to consume early profits. Another hidden truth is that passive income often involves risk. Every investment, business, or opportunity carries uncertainty. Some projects fail, some markets decline, some ideas simply do not work. People who build successful passive income streams accept this reality. They expect experimentation. Instead of relying on a single opportunity, they explore multiple paths. Some fail, others succeed. Over time, the successful ones begin outweighing the unsuccessful ones, and the overall system becomes profitable. This approach requires resilience. Failure is not viewed as the end of the journey. It becomes part of the learning process. Now here is one of the most important truths about passive income. It is not a shortcut. Many people approach passive income because they want to avoid work, but the individuals who succeed usually work very hard in the beginning. They build systems, test ideas, learn new skills, and refine their strategies. The difference is that their effort is directed toward building assets instead of only earning paychecks. Assets are systems that can produce value repeatedly. A successful business can generate revenue for years. A well-designed digital product can sell thousands of times. A diversified investment portfolio can grow steadily over decades. These assets continue working long after the original effort is completed. That is the real power behind passive income, and it explains why wealthy individuals focus so much on building assets instead of relying solely on salaries. Another truth that rarely gets discussed is that passive income often changes how people think about money entirely. Once someone experiences income arriving from a system they built earlier, their perspective shifts. They begin seeing money as something that can be designed rather than only earned. Instead of asking how to work more hours, they ask how to create systems that produce value repeatedly. That mindset opens entirely new possibilities. Entrepreneurs begin exploring scalable products. Investors look for long-term opportunities. Creators design content or tools that continue generating income long after they are published. The focus moves from effort to leverage. Leverage allows a single effort to reach many people or operate for long periods. And leverage is the secret behind many passive income systems. Now imagine combining several of these systems together. A portfolio of investments producing dividends, a digital product selling automatically, a small business generating profits, a creative project attracting a loyal audience. Each income stream may begin modestly, but together they form a network, and that network creates financial resilience. If one stream slows down, others continue producing income. This is why many financially successful individuals build multiple passive income streams rather than relying on only one. It creates stability and freedom at the same time. But reaching that stage requires patience, discipline, and realistic expectations. Passive income is not magic, it is not instant, and it is not effortless. It is the result of building systems that create value repeatedly. The people who succeed with passive income are not necessarily the luckiest. They are often the ones who accepted the real process behind it. They worked early when the rewards were small. They kept learning when progress felt slow. They reinvested when profits finally appeared. And eventually those efforts produced systems that continued generating income long after the initial work was completed. So the next time you hear someone promise easy passive income, remember the truth. The income may eventually become passive, but the journey to build it almost never is. And the people who understand that truth are the ones who eventually create the freedom everyone else is still searching for.